Now, one more thing that I want to talk about in Lesson 7C when we're multiplying polynomials is how to calculate problems that involve finding the area of a shaded region. So what we're doing is we're taking this gray big rectangle and we're cutting out or removing a smaller rectangle. So then we're trying to just find out what's remaining, what's left of the big one. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the area of the big rectangle. So I already wrote that out. We're doing length times width, so x plus 5 times x plus 8. And when you FOIL it out, you get x squared plus 13x plus 40. So if you need to pause the video real quick and kind of get your highlighting done and write down what I wrote down, go ahead and do that. Now, once you have the area of the big rectangle, then you're going to find the area of the small rectangle. Well, this is luckily a monomial times a binomial, so you might be able to do that in your head by just looking at the picture. So x times x would be x squared, and then x times 2 is 2x. So I'm just going to write that. Notice how I lined it up underneath of the big rectangle, and I wrote a little minus here. You might not have noticed that yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the area of the big rectangle and we're going to take out or subtract the small rectangle. So we're just going to subtract it. I'm lining these up vertically. And x squared minus x squared is 0, so that's gone. 13x minus 2x is 11x, and then 40 minus 0 is 40. So the area of this shaded region, the region that's left over after cutting out the small rectangle, is 11x plus 40 units squared. Please make sure you are labeling. Now, the last one is finding the area with the triangle. So a lot of students panic and they worry because, oh my goodness, it's a triangle, there's a fraction. No worry, it's actually pretty easy. Now, in a previous triangle problem I showed you, I said go ahead and FOIL first and then distribute the 1/2. But this time, the nice thing about math and multiplication is you can do it in any order. So sometimes it's better to FOIL first, then distribute the 1/2. And sometimes it's more convenient and easier if you distribute the 1/2 first. So I'm going to actually distribute the 1/2 to the first binomial. So I'm going to take half of 2x and half of 2, which is 1. So actually that 1/2 is making this binomial easier. So I get x plus 1. And then now I can FOIL x plus 1 times x plus 4. So this FOILing will actually become a lot easier because it's smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and FOIL out the triangle. So x times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. I'm just not drawing on my arrows right now. 1 times x is 1x. And then 1 times 4 is 4. So I've just found the area of the triangle. I'm going to go ahead and combine those like terms in the middle. So we get x squared plus 5x plus 4. And now we're going to find the area of the rectangle, which happens to be the same area as the rectangle that was up here. So work smarter, not harder. Let's just use the answer from last time. But you would just go ahead and distribute x times x is x squared, and x times 2 is 2x. To find the area of the shaded region, you're just going to subtract the triangle minus the rectangle, and we get 3x plus 4 units squared for the remaining area of the triangle. All right, great job.